Or that you guys...
I forgot to put the recording on. Okay. Recording is on now. Yeah, you guys missed each other, which is nice. Each team warding the classic one ward. And
this was you guys only ward for the first 7 minutes at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually pretty funny where you guys missed each other. And especially, like, you see that, why is there not an engagement? Like, you wanted to force a 5 fight, and they are between your tier 1 and tier 2 tower. There's no better position you could want to fight in.
Yeah, the reason we didn't fight was we placed a ward, we didn't know where they went, and so Conquer started picking. And honestly, I don't think we win the level 1 fight. I mean, between the towers, I think we do.
Between the towers, and if the fight takes longer than 10 seconds, we have minions even there. Sure, you lose out on farm, but so do they. And, I mean, in duo lane, you're winning here the duo lane because they have Cerberus. They made the stupid pull. Anyway, like, in duo lane. I don't know, it's a tournament game and they picked Cerberus. They didn't.
With these two. The Cerberus did.
I don't know the picks and bans now, but if they picked it last or late, then they were picking to lose lane. So what we noticed in solo lane, you got minions at the tower. I mean, kept working.
Yes, I knew that. What's it called? I knew that he wasn't coming to my blue, so I knew that because they do this, so I was just done. And that if you're gonna steal my, I don't really do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were giving it up because Nemesis is in mid and doing mid camps.
Yeah, he went over to secure our red because of I think we got their red too, I believe. But I have to go back and watch.
You guys don't. I mean, you're one duo lane. Like there was not a reason for your jungle to securing red.
Yeah.
But like I get if you give blue up, you can help your mid lane get mid camps. I mean that's fine. But like not to secure red from the enemy. That's not what I.
Yeah.
Like they cannot out pressure. They will also get first blooded in a bit. They're both slow on mana.
Yeah. Then they die.
And being pushed on your tower cost you a lot of gold. Because you were, you didn't get like a lot of last hits.
200 gold is not a lot, like, not, sure it's not minor, but, like, it's a Cabrakan, unless you can stun him out, there's not much you can do. You're probably taking a few archers more than you need, but you want them to keep them out of range, I guess. And you have warriors.
Yeah, I just have the cannon.
So jump in place.
Yeah, so, what's up?
Yeah, you jump in place there in the Cabrakan. Keep your archer aggro up. You don't clear the archers. I mean, you take a bit of poke. You have the sustain. You have the pots up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably a net zero play in the end, but see.
Yeah, pretty much right there. I was thinking like I was ahead on my stack, and I have pots than he does. So I thought, I'm gonna win this either way because I have pots. So if he is tanking archers and shit in his tremors, and I'm just punching the shit out of him, so I was gonna be
but you probably still took more damage, like.
Yeah. But again, like I said, I probably took more, but I had more stats, and what's it called? I knew if I poked him out, I'm pretty sure. I think I died here. I don't remember.
Yeah. You get caught up and hit with one wall twice, like. You now hit these one wall, or like once.
Yeah. I got fucked up on the walls. I was auto-attacking the one wall, and it was hitting the one next to me, which is why, like, didn't understand why it was,
you get misplaced by madness, tremble. I see that. I mean, you shouldn't have stand there at that point, probably, but like, they executed it well.
So yeah, so like my thought process was I knew their blue's coming up, but I knew like it's gonna be there, and I also knew that Fireball was or Plaid Bear was coming over to do my blue. So I was like, I'm gonna poke this out, and I had
but
like,
you saw
help
that
coming over,
I mean, you see now that the blue buff was on half cooldown, so that was still 90 seconds, not 60 seconds away.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, so I just fucking zoned him. I was zoning his here.
I mean, it's fine. You could have gotten probably like one tower structure damage in. If you get that the push, he doesn't have teleport, which is like big difference.
Yeah, that was the other reason why. That was my other thought process behind like letting him tremor me and just poking him out was because he didn't have teleport and I did.
Yeah, you can tell both you guys are confused because you guys don't know each other's blue timers.
Yeah, the ult was good, but on the other side, like we also had ult trade, but like lane is winning here quite conveniently. They're trading ults, but like the Cerberus, I just tank boots. Okay, tank boots for Cerberus here. I'll support cooldown boots.
You guys had really good. I just want to point out like the XP per minute for
Fate.
The XP per minute is really good for Fate. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he got a lot of farm. The one watching how much was worth, yeah. Cabracken just misplayed here.
That was such a funny kill too.
He just misplayed. He stepped into tower range, gets 2 tower shots for no reason.
Yeah, and then he gets Nem ulted. I mean, they knew the Nem was there, which is why I understand why he did that.
Yeah, but he gets 2 tower shots just for free. He didn't need to take these.
Yeah.
It just... I guess something that happens. Lane. What we have? Want to see? I mean, if you push in here, you probably, if all is not fast enough, you would get damage off. You allow Cerberus to keep the wave out. If you keep the pressure here up, you can get the melees at least into tower range. Probably would have been a little bit more to keep the lead up. All is losing 3 minions worth in gold.
Yeah.
Also, look at their ward placement compared to yours. Like they have complete vision over solo lane
right now. Right now we have 4, 6, 7 to 1 ward on the map after 7 minutes.
Yeah, we got.
And you have 4 Chalice of the Oracle, like just bored, but yeah.
Yeah, I backed an awkward time. Well, because I died, because I
didn't
play early,
now they get placed.
Yeah,
but
so I had no,
7.5 minutes, 7.5 minutes, Gold Fury could have been already sneaked away. In theory, at least.
Definitely snuck it if they were paying attention.
Yeah, big shit in mid lane and team fight.
It's a really good fight.
Yeah, overall. You have the pressure do the mages coming in. You have Scylla with 40. I mean, Scylla 41 stacks, Book of Shots, but just tier 1 boots. With an Agni, with evolved Mage's Blessing and Pan boots, so that's definitely in your favor. Agni has more power and more stats overall at that point, as the Scylla has. Like, power-wise it's about even, but Agni just has so much more with Mage's Blessing at that point.
Oh yeah.
And the Pan. You can see it here.
He almost killed the Scylla there.
He almost killed her.
Yeah, and then that was the call. He wanted to kind of keep going, but I called that Sir Cat and Cabracken were going in the jungle, to do buffs.
If he chases that, if he doesn't have vision, also ward placing right now, all about Gold Fury. Yes, the fight was just there, but no ward to spot out jungle rotations on solo side jungle, right there.
Yeah, that's my fault for not, for like the awkward to where I didn't have money for Oracle, and I should have bought a ward anyway. Should just bought 1 ward.
Yeah, I mean, you had the team fight here. You get all the wards down around the team fight, which is fine. Which is what Oracle is currently doing. You're allowing you to get your wards down whenever you want, wherever you want.
Yeah.
Okay, Do lane, bit of a hunter. All starting to get a bit of poke. I mean, a lot of poke, but like, yeah, he has Transcendence, almost He has Full Hunter's Blessing, Warrior Tabby. Now he can fight in direct comparison. Mid lane, I mean, yeah, just comes down to being ahead.
Yeah.
Scylla not as strong at that level. Sure, she has Book of Toss and she has pen boots, but like, what's she gonna do? Even with beats down, she gets beats burned. Right. Yeah. Red steel, purple steel, really good. Like you get that one pick on mid lane.
You guys could probably get gold here. You guys had war.
Yeah, it could. Time window was there for gold tree, but they get 2 buffs. So I mean,
we called gold fury, but if you look at Vic's mana, he didn't have any, and
yeah.
and he didn't have ult there. So no mana, no ult. Even though we had the enemy for secure, we didn't feel comfortable doing it without him having any mana.
You get a purple and a red buff steal out of a Scylla kill, which is like
which is still good.
double the value of the kill itself. So you have 2.7k gold, 3.8 or like 4k gold XP lead.
How did she not die?
Who?
Yeah. And then also he wanted a back full boots too, which is another reason why we didn't do gold. So it was I mean it was still overall.
I mean, in case the buff would have been down, Gold Fairy would have been the best option. Getting both buffs is the second best option in that situation. I think really. Yeah, okay. That's the kill here on RTO.
Yeah.
11-6. Agni. Oh, that chunked. Oh.
Yeah, he's hurting right now.
Yeah, I mean, he is as strong. He's probably at the point where he's the strongest in comparison to Scylla, with Banquest, Pen Boots, and Mage's Blessing finished.
Yeah. God damn it.
And then if you look at your XP lead, you guys have a really strong XP lead right now. You guys have 4. Like, your support's higher than their jungle, ADC, and support right now.
You have a winning dual lane. Like, that's what you get. And, like, the cat got a good early kill, but also died twice so far. And, like, ward placement now is almost even. Enemies have warded more in flat gold. Wards and not the chalice, you have 5 chalice.
One thing to do also, when we're watching these, look at where they're warding, so you know where you guys should be placing them.
Yeah.
Sentries. Problem with chalice of the Oracle is like that you just don't get like sentry wards as easily.
Yeah. You guys are placing wards on top of each other. Like, you guys are placing wards on top of each other. Which
okay,
is like
can we talk about that in raid play? You didn't get it.
Yeah, you should.
So you invade on.
Really.
I mean, you still cocoon, but yeah, I assume he should die.
Yeah, I definitely misplayed it.
The thing is, with solo at the moment, if you know the blue buff is coming up, then you almost can assume that the orange buff is also just came up. And if you don't know where the jungler is, then you probably cannot go for an invade at all.
Yeah.
And you can also tell, like, she's prioritizing solo is like the one spot where their farming is actually good. Like, so rather than like they're focusing on trying to push the one lead that they have, which is solo. Well, I mean, it's not like a full lead, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
see here, 1330. Oracles just ran out, but like they know where you are. You can on that. It was risky still. I mean, Cerberus cannot steal, but like an old arrow over the wall, he has the vision. It's still not a guarantee. The bombs weren't perfect for the securing. It worked out in the end. Probably an Agni bomb banned, or you want the flame wave. What is the best burst you could have brought? Probably Soul. Yeah, Soul was used.
I also really like the RDO pick here. I just wanted to point that out. Like, it's really strong into very strong into Mr. Cat. Like, it's strong into the Scylla. Like that was a really great pickup.
I feel like I feel like we outdrafted really hard in this draft.
Yeah,
I mean their support's trash and your support's like
they have a
the best
low
support for the
tier
draft.
counter
I don't know
support.
what this Soul is doing. Does she get out? There's no way she gets out.
No. I actually missed that, but
You know,
nah.
they've been waiting for this kill probably the entire game, right?
I was actually mid right there, but like, yeah, that positioning.
So we knew that because he got caught in duo tag.
Yeah, free fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pyro.
That's the right call. That's definitely the right kind of call.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. You might get some tower pressure out here. Like you lose your tier 1 tower to at least half of it. That's actually a brute wave. You lose your tier 1 tower if you don't rotate for that.
Are you guys looking for a kill on this Kabrakan here?
No. So he wanted to come over, and we probably could have killed him, but he still had his 1-up. So because he had his 1-up, the Nemo was useless. The slows were useless. Didn't have transform, so. It could have been a kill, but it would have been a lot of volts used and a lot of...
Yeah, it would have been risk. They probably would have been able. If it took too long, they could rotate over. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else on the map to get, like, for them, you know, but they still could have tried to push mid-tower or push duo. So I just held them back off. No reason to, you know.
Yeah.
No reason.
I mean, if that
I really like the strong wards. One thing that I want to point out, I think one of the most common places to put wards right now, you see where their 3 wards are, since they don't have sentries.
Yeah.
Like, you get where they're placing those wards. Like, if you're gonna have more sentries, you should almost look to, of course you want sentry fire, but you also want to look at sentries there, because
if we sentry right in the middle, if we sentry right in the middle, those 2 wards on the left, like on the top right, you know, top right corner, we can get both those wards. 1 sentry.
Yeah, that's 100 gold. Yeah. So I want you guys to be thinking about like where they're warding in these bots, and just think. Chances are, if I put a sentry here, the same way like where you guys spam wards, because you guys spam wards too. If you looking at where you guys spam wards, then
they're probably
on the opposite end of the map, or on the opposite side of the verticality, that's where they're spamming wards.
So the problem is like, I'm glad that Oracle Chalice got nerfed because. Like, the problem is I don't ever play sentries in solo because then you have to sell the chalice, you know?
Yeah.
And like selling the chalice sucks, you know? So we get his blink here. We get his ult. We get his sprint.
That's an actually pretty interesting attempt to turn that. Like, he's not fooling anybody that he gets support. That ult is just a really waste.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys got tower.
Yeah, then they
so Cat that needs to be peeled. He gets the ult off for free. It's a free kill.
Yeah. So he gets the kill and spreads the poison, and we just want to disengage after that.
If that Cat blinks in, the probably immediate attempt in that situation is probably trying to body block the poison.
Yeah.
Because if that poison gets through, and it does, and it spreads, then and you get ganked then. By like a Cerberus ult or something else, or Scylla ultimate, then you're really in trouble.
Well, we picked the Scylla, so we knew she wasn't going to be there. I tried to Circat blink, but I had no kits. I'm pretty sure, so I tried to just ult the Circat. She couldn't blink, and then she just blinked the ult, which is, you know, really bad on my part. But
if you guys had timer on their red or a wards to their red, that would have been a great time to get their red. Because you knew Uller had the back, you knew most of them were on the right side of the map. Like you guys have a brief moment of pressure on that side.
Yeah. So then we knew gold was coming up here, so
they know it as well, so it's not really an advantage. But obviously you can.
How do you want to get the wards out?
Again, no
sentry. I like the sentry on the bottom half of you guys' side right there. Because you know they're definitely going to have a ward. I'm sure you guys had to clear a ward with that. At the same time, a topside sentry would have been good too. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, there's no ward around the purple buff area or the red buff, like in between. Now it's one. That's good. You need one entry ward. You have not the ward position on the top side of God Fury where people can sneak behind the wall. which is like a crucial spot, especially for all. He can just stand there and just snipe with an arrow in whenever he wants to.
Yeah.
It's like a crucial spot. You see lots of steals coming from that position.
Looks like
I misplayed going to lane. I call he was coming in behind him.
Good burn. You lose your mid. But they were really grouped. Like one probably had to die, but he got the burn.
Yeah, so this call was go to gold.
Bracken, probably not chasing Cerberus here.
Right here.
Yeah. Then I'm just gonna go zone everybody. I'm gonna help out.
He chasing. Good jukes, like really good jukes, but he shouldn't have chased that Cerberus.
That was also a really terrible axe by Iceman. I just want to point that out. That's what saved him.
Yeah. But like,
yeah, so we pick up gold, and then me and Conquer, we're just gonna zone.
Yeah.
Zone these guys out. You know.
That's fine. You know where everybody is, but like that Nemesis chase there, almost under the tier 2 tower was.
Yeah, that Nemesis chase was almost a really bad throw.
The worst,
like
worst target.
The only reason you got away with it was because Iceman missed that axe.
Yeah, and the double Cobra's kiss was missed. Like he missed both Cobra kiss on the Nemesis.
Yeah.
But the thing is, even if he gets the kill, he gets like his level 16 on a level 12 target. It's like 100 gold maximum. Like it's
and
really.
You guys already had pressure on gold, so that kill is not gonna impact you guys doing gold here. You're not doing gold here.
His ult is down. He has nothing he can do.
Yeah.
And like that chase just almost killed your jungler here.
Yeah, and he's already slightly okay. He just gets ahead of Circuit again here. Next bit. I'm looking at gold per minute. You guys are fully ahead. Gold in hand. Looks like you guys just had some people by.
Okay, let's check some stats here, quick. Yeah, the lead is not really improved. Like the XP
I really like the strong warding by your jungle and support. I think those are the two most important. They need to be jungle support, and then at this point solo, it's easiest for them to ward. So you guys all need to be like top wards right now, which is good. You guys are around there.
Yeah, we all generally around the same ward.
The heavy ward front we see here from blue side, they have like that curve.
Yeah, you guys will have gotten 3 wards if you
just ran out.
Centric.
Okay, that just ran out. Never mind.
Yeah, we definitely need to counter. So like at this point in the game, I feel like it's okay to sell the the health shells. You know, maybe even a little earlier, at least from the solo side, and then.
Yeah, Conker's really got luck.
Wherever you guys are spamming words, the opposite side, just reiterating it, wherever you guys are spamming words, the opposite side, there needs to be a sentry.
Yeah. The thing is, you guys just ward on one position, and you probably even de-ward your own wards with Chalice at the moment. So always just have one side warded at a time, which is great for the fight, but like not good for the stuff after the stuff. Like if you want to have buff.
Shout out.
God. Yeah, but like there's some truth in it, you know. Like if you have the red buff timer, or you have like the rotation timer of an opponent going on, then you can go for.
If that red buff warded, you automatically know someone's gonna have to rotate to that, and then you immediately have pressure.
But if you de-ward your own ward you have at a buff by warding something else, you're losing that information, and I guess it's one of the luxury problems currently with Chalice.
Yeah, do you think? I mean, I don't think it'll be picked up as much by everybody, but I think
you probably want 2 of it. You want probably a support and your jungler have 1.
That's
the jungler needs it for having it on buff timers and having it when he wants to gank something, so you can basically peek over a wall. Nice job poking that fire giant there.
Miss Female P, dude.
Poke the bear, bruh. Poke the bear.
Nice
so
job.
I don't hear what we did. We just gave up we knew they had a ward, and we could just instead of just grouping up.
Also, you kind of did nothing the last.
Once you saw that sentry go up, they could have,
Like the last minute or so, like was nothing. You couldn't see the XP gold graph. Like the last 3 minutes, did nothing happen on the map. Like absolutely nothing. The XP bar is not moving. The gold bar is not moving. Like it's just time you give the team that's behind time to build up.
Yeah.
There's not a tier 2 tower attempt, there wasn't even a wave pushed into the tower. You lose now your mid tower to wave. That's a free tower gone. I mean, okay, bomb should ace it, but like you just lost 2/3 of your mid tower.
Yeah, here we're like,
Yeah, you guys
we're
need to
just
force something.
we're like pull it, and if they come in, we just fight them. And so like this guy gets poked really
Both
hard.
frontline are the enemy support here, what I see. So
Alright, now you guys need to go right back to fire.
Yeah, so Fireball went too deep, and he knew that he. But then
Again.
I walked in and body blocked the middle, so he didn't die.
that chase on
No.
on Cerberus is absolutely accomplishing nothing.
Yeah, you guys could have had fire for this, and like now you just kind of spend time.
I mean, probably the ideal play would have been that Hunter stays on Pyro and you get Pyro for free. If you commit to the fight, then you don't commit to the Cerberus. Like
that's what we went on the Cerberus, and then some people just like went up because we're like all right, let's fight. As soon as he jumped away, I'm pretty sure I was like just go back on Pyro, but they're like no, it's a good fight, we could fight, and it was just like we're walking into a jungle with a Cabrakan wall, like they have such a good jungle fight, you know.
Yeah, there's no value in that.
The only time you want to burn the Cerberus in a fight is when his ult is still up and he tries to engage with his ult on you.
Yeah.
Like that's the only time where you commit on him because he's level 14. You don't chase him. If he goes defensively.
I really like that pressure stun by RDO, just to kind of say.
Okay, Mage is poked out here. The fight is pretty spread. Solo and mid. Now we get again the full aggression on the support. 2 Agni bombs wasted on the Cerberus. He would die here. So your jungler's half health now. That Cabrakan was zoning again. The enemy team is really spread up. Some eyes need to be on the cat here.
You guys are very fortunate that Scylla ult missed.
It hit me.
Yeah, but
well,
like.
Yeah, but I mean, if it hits you, that's not a big deal.
You're the second.
Not as big of a deal as like if it hit one of your carries.
Like
No.
late engage. Like you were so lucky that the cat didn't get in before that fight. Yeah. If that the cat engages when he's around Gold Fury, then you guys lose that fight. If he's not afraid and he gets a madness. Okay, guys.
Yeah, you got the embarrassed zoning right there. Like both their carries were up.
If that was.
Both of them have 6 carries.
Yeah. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I went on the Scylla, she just kills me. But at least we get the Gold Fury, I guess. So maybe that would have been worth. But she would have just killed me. So. I
mean, there is not even the need for it. There's not really the need for it, because you can just, like, not have her last hit it with a crush. It wasn't even a hold crush, it was like he had an Agni, and pretty sure he had a bomb up. You have, like, at least something like a flame wave.
Yeah.
Stellar burst. Yeah. Like that wasn't a hold early crush. That was like now Cerberus ult is down. He is not a priority. You just get 4-man crushed.
Yeah.
I mean, a bit of anti here. You're just losing like just crush alone probably loses you like 10 seconds of time you could pressure, because you have to regen it and you get debuffed by Scylla with the Divine Rune. So.
Are we all at 27:54?
About. I'm now on 28.
Yeah, I'm 28.
I'm at 28 now too.
Yeah, maybe a few seconds behind. It's not.
Yeah, no worries. I just want to make sure it's a quick verification.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay, we have
just
shot down.
Just wanted to back and buy, and then we were gonna start the push. And the call was just push right. I was gonna push mid. I was just gonna push mid until we get everybody in right, and then my TP was down, so I didn't want to keep pushing.
Yeah.
But they're waiting mid. I saw 3 in mid, so that's I was calling out 3 mid, and then no eyes on your head, and then that's when we start rotating grouping.
Yeah, we probably need. I mean, you had maybe the chance to aggressively ward. You ward on a spot where you basically didn't.
This is where you
didn't get much out of that. It's like. You need that cross point before the back camp, like in between mid and back camp.
I really like your Arya's positioning, that she can, like, definitely go back when they dive. She can go back and...
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, right now,
We get the Soul really far up, but she has to get the Phoenix. Disengage has to be the call here. Good Cabrakan ult, by the way.
Right now, Agni needs heal.
Yeah, if
He got
Adio's
that's really
dead,
good self-heal.
don't... That Soul ult was probably not needed.
That got the Phoenix, though. Okay.
Yeah. If you have to commit one more player, but you don't want to lose more than one.
Bad, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, because Arya is the main thing that was keeping Circuit away from killing anybody.
I assume. I mean, Adio's death was unavoidable. I don't think you had. If Soul keeps her ultimate here, and didn't use it like to protect Adio, I guess, or to deal damage, like you have it still for peel. You can prevent the damage or the damage on Fate here with Agni mid. And you at least can save one of your two, but probably both. Like if you have the Assault, knocking people
the
up.
priority immediately has to be keep Fate safe, because as soon as Ardia dies, what goes through Graves' head is I can immediately kill carries it.
Yeah, as soon as he died, we're like, well, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Like we got the Phoenix. As soon as he died, as soon as we got the Phoenix, we wanted to get out of there, you know.
On the other hand, you don't want to lose both your front lines. If you have to give up the 20% HP mage for your 100% solo laner, you probably should do that.
Yeah.
But losing both is definitely not ideal. We're losing a tier 2 tower here out of the Phoenix. We got the Phoenix. Like, the soul placement was good for getting the damage on the Phoenix. Nobody was paying attention to her until the Phoenix was dead. She almost got...
I'm just gonna assume Fate's warding was simply because he just couldn't get in anywhere.
Okay, Pyromancer? Yeah. I respect that attempt. I respect that attempt from the steal with Madness.
I just want to point out, Fate has a Chalice, and he's only placed 5 wards. Like, at that point, let's see, like, he would have been better off. Yeah, right now he still hasn't paid off his Chalice yet.
Well, and if you notice, he placed three of the wards with sentry wards.
Yeah.
So he only placed 2 wards out of us.
Yeah. That's just like he just don't get Chalice then. If you don't need it, like if you have it, just play. Like even if you just before you die, just place a Chalice down, like a ward down.
Yeah. Like if you're gonna die, just drop a ward. Drop a ward for the homies.
I mean, worst case for Kurin to teleport into the fight again or something.
Yeah.
Like that's the worst thing that can happen. But like, sure, that's something. Some people have to get used to it. Like, if Chalice gets nerfed and it stays nerfed, then that might be not a problem. It's a luxury problem, obviously.
Yeah.
To have too many wards.
I mean, he bought that Chalice pretty early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Four Chalices were bought in the first 7 minutes of the game, and we had 1 ward on the map.
And I mean, think about what that could have done if that could have been a power spike for him. I mean, 300 gold is the difference between a power spike. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could have increased the Bancraft maybe. I don't think it's a better back, but like it's an earlier back, 1 wave earlier at least, minimum.
Yeah, I'm just saying like the value that was lost.
That would require some more detail looking into. We have now fight. Poke again on the Cerberus. Okay, I mean just poke, it's not a problem. Cerberus is pretty tanky right now, nearly finished full build.
Yeah, their Phoenix respawn. They don't have any more fire waves.
Yeah, you have 2 more fire waves in Duke.
Yeah. This is what I was calling. I was like, just wait here because they're gonna have to defend.
Now,
wait.
at that point,
as soon as you see Circuit there, as soon as you see Circuit, you have to engage.
We just go in. And
probably even before, but there's no vision. Yeah. Okay, you get double crushed. Both mage carries just got chunked to one third health back. Now double zone frontline. FG wasn't even started. You were already zoning a non-existing FG core. Quebec gets into the backline, almost kills at least one. He dies. You trade out, okay. But
Yeah,
like,
great play by. I just want to say that's a great play by Plaid. I mean, Plaid's you guys' best player. I think he kind of showed it there, keeping everybody alive. Like that was really good.
yeah, sure, but like the zoning, you guys started to aggressively zone before the FG was even started, which is obviously a risky move because you give your opponents a lot of time to respond to that. Cabrakan almost could have got for the steal at least kill one carry in the backline.
Yeah, so like in our comms there, like our game plan was like we told I was just, hey, Plaid, me and Ardio are gonna start zoning for the start, and whoever comes in, you just never about them, and you guys know them. They're just gonna die. If we're zoning the Scylla and the Uller, and we know and the Phoenix, there's no way you're gonna die. So I was like, just alt whoever comes in, the Cerberus or the Cabrakan, and we'll zone the carries, and we'll just kill them. And
yeah, that's great. That's
okay.
great.
Yeah.
Now you're splitting up. You're 2-3.
I don't see any deep wards.
I mean, you have to grip up in mid. There's no reason to go for the Phoenix. This time's over. You don't get the Phoenix without at least winning a fight. But
yeah, and so
you guys are all back here.
That mid tower would be that mid tower would have been free. So they're gonna defend Phoenix if they cannot defend a tier 2 tower at that point. You get the tower, but it takes a lot longer than it would have been. You're not even taking the tower here. You have to at least
proc. I point out that you guys all have like chalice. You guys all have sentries. You know where you should be warding. But like you guys should have been warding as you were going up.
Yeah. Sentry between both Phoenixes. If you have the chance to place it there, it should be a standard sentry. They even build a defensive sentry. You see in lane as a sentry ward. It just like the standard wards in the sieging procedures. Now you can go for the Phoenix. The tier 2 tower you lost probably half a minute going for that tier 2 tower with a split push instead of just taking it down.
Yeah, so I wanted to build a little bit of rage too from doing that. You know, we called we're like, you know, just take the T2, and then we're like, there's pretty much just 3 Phoenix, so like we'll just take 2.
Okay, the crush got wasted. Cabo's ult is not impactful at all. Cabrakan is the only issue. He should get blown up by Nemesis. Probably not even that. That chase was stupid. You get really Cabrakan even gets away. You get the Phoenix. Yeah. But like that chase on the Cabrakan, you get the Phoenix, unless you get the immediate kill. You trade 4 people for a weakened Phoenix and a 1 kill. And an almost kill. Even if you kill the Cabrakan there, you don't win the game out of that.
Yeah, that's something we talked to. There's no reason to change there.
Appropriate way to do that siege as a whole.
What calls keep going that lead to these chases? Cause I see Plaid, like obviously Plaid is really good mechanically. He can get in, he can get out. What's leading to these? What's leading to these chases? Cause this is like one of the things that you guys really as something that's strong about strong teams is they are able to adapt. So if you guys see that you guys have ended up losing things because you guys chase too deep, he just goes deep. Why is he not learning from that mid game? Like it has to be like this needs to change. Just that mindset has to change mid game.
Yeah.
After, like, at least the second time as a guarantee, not the first time. If not the first time.
We talked about that. I think. Again, like especially being like a new team with people who just play ranked, I think it's that ranked mentality of I want to kill. You know, I don't want to win. It's more like I want to just the low HP target. Where this isn't ranked, you know, it doesn't kills don't even matter in this game. You know, as you guys can tell, it's dead even in kills. So the kills aren't what's winning the game.
No, certainly not.
But we talked about that. And we talked about not chasing kills because there's no reason to. Like, even if he, like you guys said, even if he kills the Cabrakan, he's still in their fountain. You know, like if he would have turned around, like he wouldn't have died. I don't think he could have done anything else if he would have turned around. He might have just out, but then he would have just out. You wouldn't have died. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. Like if you have like the high priority target, if that's the Saket or the Scylla, maybe even the ult, then it's a different story. But the Cabrakan. Sure, he is stronger than Cerberus mid-fight without the ultimate, but he is not
So fake
not
dies.
something you want to trade for at all. Okay, we have that.
Looks like you guys are gonna lose RDO. No, alright.
No, he got.
No, we
Yeah.
get one
I
kill.
mean, they get an objective off this for free, for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, I shouldn't have been in right. Shouldn't have been in dual lane at all. But they pushed up for some reason.
Yeah,
Honestly,
you're
they
getting
could
pushed
have
in.
probably gotten fire here. Let me. Yeah, they could have.
No, I don't think they could.
Nah, they could have done the Pyromancer match earlier. Like.
Yeah, they did the pyro, which is fine. They couldn't have done.
Still a good call. It's a safe call.
They couldn't have done it because
That was nothing wrong with that. Now you see all in dual lane.
I just talking about because
So,
they have.
Okay. Yeah, you have 4 people around Fireline. You see all being in dual lane, so you're guaranteed to be an advantage. Why is FG not even started?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the call. The call was to do FG. That was our call. I don't remember what the comms were going on, but I don't know. They were worried about Scylla or something. I don't know.
The thing is, they have 2 tanks and a mage around FG. They can steal it. They actually do steal it.
They
but,
steal it,
but like,
and then part of it's also where are you guys' wards placed? Because you guys should have seen where Scylla was on the ward to know. Because Scylla was like on a ward.
Exactly. We knew. But that's the thing. Like I called for fire gen. We knew everything was going on, but we were worried. I don't think we were worried about Scylla or something. I'm not really sure on why.
So the thing is, unless both frontliners blink in or jump in at the same time, you can kill either of them with Nemesis and whatever you have around FG. Even with, there's not a problem with that unless you're tanking FG wrong. The FG is not getting stronger. Like FG is relatively weaker now than he was in the last attempt, so he's not getting stronger. You guys went to the maximum stats. So you take it even easier. It's just a weird thing. You took far too long. And except for Scylla, there's no danger around you. No, ult cannot rotate. You know that the cat is dead.
Scylla was standing on a ward. And was standing on a ward almost by their blue buff.
More importantly, you have an soul ultimate which cannot be contested by anything but Crush and I'm a monster at that point.
That was a really bad Scylla ult there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
now you can chase a Cabrakan here. Now you're allowed to do
so
that.
The call there was, we knew they had multis, and we knew that they were half dead, and we still, like, we knew that we still had Agni bombs, you know. So like, we're like, we can just.
So you don't have minions, so the far or the left Phoenix is the best option to do. You don't have minions in any lane. You could get the tier 2 tower. That would be the slowest option. Obviously, you could do red buff and spend some more time. I mean, sure, that's a valid point.
We stole the red because of Fireball getting poked out there, we didn't want to push.
Okay.
He could, so
I see that. I respect it. I think you should have gotten the Phoenix, and you could have gotten the Phoenix there. It's a half-health Phoenix, weakened Phoenix.
That is literally the first time I saw Cerberus use his combo on minions correctly in this entire game.
That's not really, I mean, it's
totally random. I was just watching him right
don't pretend that God is even in that match right now. Like, I just don't get it.
Pretty good. Yeah, I don't understand what. I can understand the Cerberus and Sir Kettle like in combo, but I don't understand him as support. And I don't understand the Kraken all. Maybe
I mean, I don't know the picks and bans order. He was designed to deal with Ardio, like getting advantage of the healing from Soul and Ardio, but he is not good. Just everything he is not good at the moment. At least as support.
I feel like the console players threw this game for them.
Yeah, okay. You have to deal with that, and like it's an advantage for you guys. He might have something in pocket, and he can be impactful still. But that's not how he is not determining the game in either way, unless you're chasing him to death and wiping it. But okay.
I'm just wondering, just for a reference for future games, does this like chasing and everything happen in other games too? Because I could see that being one of the reasons why you guys, if you like some of these habits, you guys got away with because you're really ahead.
Yeah.
And like you guys were outplaying them, but I feel like some of these bad habits are probably what's costing you guys other games too.
I mean, the lead was never bigger than 10k, Like it's stagnated now about 6k, it was 9k for some time. It's not the biggest lead, especially at that time. So we get the Emperor's Armor here, that's important, just talking about items a bit. We have the Midgardian Mare and Thorns on the solo laner, which we talked about before, that it's probably not the wisest idea if you try to take down the Hunter.
Yeah, I had Mystical Mail. I had the Mystical Mail.
Yeah, they're ward coverage.
Yeah, so we let him have Pyro because it doesn't mean, we thought, we're like, it doesn't really mean anything here, you know, like, you can let him have Pyro.
But yeah, look at their ward coverage though, that's what I'm saying. Like with their ward, they knew that they could back there with Pyro and you not be able to get fire.
Yeah.
I mean, fire's still on cooldown.
Yeah. But I mean, like, they have complete map control right there.
But they shouldn't have the timer for fire. I mean, you can see it now spawn everywhere on the map. So, I guess that's something that's a kind of difference for Season 4. Now you can see it spawning. You can see it map-wide happening.
So, going back to the item, so I had Mystical Mail, and I felt like I didn't like, it wasn't doing anything for me, so that's why I went Midgard. Is there another item that you would have liked to see, maybe like Nemean? Although I did not want to lose the health, which is why I went Midgard.
I mean, you probably, I mean, you could have switched out your boots for starter with if you don't need the, like, I think at endgame the tank boots probably would have been worth it to go for. I mean, if you don't getting the kills here, we can see that. Let's focus on the fight. Soul focused out heavily, easy kill here on the Soul. Okay, nice shell. That was a good shell. So you're zoning out, you're almost dying here. You're dying here. That's still out missed. Good Agni Bomb. But yeah.
I was very confused on, like, I actually should have watched there. I was very confused on how we were just getting completely zoned out.
Yeah, I mean, your Soul was at 20% health before the fight really started, so Cat gets in. A lot of defensive measures goes into saving the Soul here. The shell popped, and then getting her out, which was good. Was really good, but like you saw, and if you go on player states, you have the lowest damage on your team besides the support. And you don't need to worry at Tabby at that point anymore.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you could have, instead of the Midgardian Mill, you could have went to that double boost strategy. Get extra 600.
I mean, you don't get Ring Blade procced off other than, I mean, Crush, I guess it's a valid point.
I was just talking about it more for the health because
but I didn't want to lose the physical defense.
Yeah.
Especially because I was just constantly both, like I was having the Uller and the Scylla. I mean, obviously.
You probably could have stayed on Mystical, I'd say, and you get tank boots instead of, or you get even. Okay, Scylla out missed again. You get now the kill on Phoenix Force here. So,
hey, I'm so proud of Iceman. He legitimately had the...
Okay, Cerberus has to die here. Now you're allowed to chase him. I mean, he's even giving up himself. Okay, teleport.
Yeah, I teleport behind him and I was looking for him. And then
Minion RNG. You don't lose the Phoenix for that, but like minions pushing the Phoenix themselves. Always funny to see. Okay. It's a beats. Unfortunate ultimate here. Ult probably gets out, yeah. Really good Sikkim. Yeah, that Thorn is a wasted approach, but you get the tower. I mean,
the reason I used the Thorns there, was just so we can walk in and take and then end the game.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't make a difference. Okay, and now the finishing call. Yeah, 14 seconds. It's risky though. I mean, you see it yourself. One crash could have changed it, like if that one more hit. But yeah, I mean, can't argue with the result.
Like I can't aim for shit, man.
So like the call there was just like, we're like, oh, there are two tanks and their jungle are dead. We can just force the Phoenix, and then, you know, we didn't have fire, and I was not low, but I didn't have a lot of fucking health or whatever, so that's why I thorns. And I was like, because if they went at me, they could have just killed me at the Phoenix, you know? So that's why I was like, at least if they try to kill me, at least I'll return some damage, or maybe this will deter them from even attacking me, which, you know, I end up doing it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if you're planning on ending, I guess that's the best time to use it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got to work on not chasing, and that was one of our better
not
games
chasing
in
unimportant like target prioritization of executing targets, because like it was always the servers that was chased, or like in the two crucial
plays. Target caller?
Pretty much like our game plan for that fight was after like as soon as we started team fighting, it was like I'm gonna go zone. Conquerors is gonna like help zone and help peel, like depending on what's going on. Because I was able to basically zone both the carries every fight.
Yeah,
you know,
worked
and it was
pretty
basically
well.
like if Serpent, it was like our game plan was like if Serpent jumps in or blinks in, we just nem alter and kill her, or she gets out, or whoever like if Bracken blinks in.
I mean, in theory,
Conqueror's goal to cripple the Circuit when you were zoning, basically.
Yeah, there's basically I'm gonna zone the carries. And if the Circuit comes in, we have so many tools to deal with the Circuit, plus the Nemalt, that we either just kill her or she's out of the fight, and then it's a 4v5. And the whole time, the tanks are trying to fight our backline. Our backline is shredding them. Like, our Soul and our Agni are just fucking them up, you know?
Yeah.
It worked. Yeah. I mean, we had that one fight around Gold Fury where Circuit didn't choose to engage, and they could have won that fight as it does. There was not really paying all too much attention, and like you got two objectives stolen away, which is like the one with Cerberus is just a random thing that happens. Like there's not much you can do. You cannot stop a Cerberus from using an ability on max range. Like you can zone it better, but it does not change the fact that he got lucky with. But like the Scylla steal was definitely avoidable.
I was gonna say I think part of the point was the goal was to zone the carries and the Circuit. I think the plan was if Cerberus comes in, you just kill him. So I mean, that's just unavoidable. Like that's a worst case scenario right there. Because the goal is if Cerberus comes in, cool, we're ready to deal with that. And that time, just RNG wasn't in your favor.
Yeah, I mean, either way though, there's no reason that you should have. So basically the problem is I don't know how much you guys have noticed, but you can't really see Gold Fury and Fire Giant's health very well. Like, you can kind of see the bar, but, like, the actual health is, like, off your screen a lot of times, or just not there.
Yeah, I've been having that problem, too, when I've been playing.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's because we're too close to it, or if the carries need to stand farther back. I don't really know how to interpret the bug. I don't know. But that was one of the issues we had with the Gold Fury and with the Fire Giant, with the Steel, because we soul-alted it, and he was like, I don't know the HP on it, so I kind of just had to guess. He's like, I looked at the bar and just tried to guess how much damage it would do, because I don't have the exact number.
Yeah, but that's actually a feeling. I mean, sure, that's changed the health values a lot in last time, but that's something, I mean, I personally still have it mostly down to last hitting objectives from the time with Hand of the Gods, where I basically had to secure every objective.
Yeah.
It's something you can practice to a limited extent.
Were there thoughts, like looking at the values for how it grows?
That does not really help you.
Get an estimation for it if you know the time. Would you be able to? Like, if they know the time, could they just know how much health it has every 5 minutes?
I don't expect that from anyone.
Yeah,
like I mean, it shows the health. It should actually show the actual health on the health HUD.
It should. I agree 100%.
Does it not anymore?
They're having a hard time seeing it, because I have a hard time seeing it in my rank game.
I mean, the objective health bar should show it.
It shows for towers, but I've also in my rank games been able
they
to
removed that for Gold Fury Fire Giant? What?
No, they didn't remove it. It just sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. I don't know if it's a bug. I have no idea. I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Well, I would say in the meantime, what if we just tell them how much health and protection at every 5-minute interval, and just have them memorize that, just so they know. Okay, around this amount of time, this is how much health they should have.
That does not really help. Like, I mean, I'm all for numbers and on, but like that does not really help. You have to have it in a feeling.
you have to see it. Like if you see it has 1,000 HP, you know that your soul is going to secure it with your 2, or you know you're going to be able. But if you just see the health bar, you're like, does it have 1,500 HP? Does it have 500? You know, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot harder. I agree, and that's why I say it's very frustrating.
I mean, the health bar should still show the 1,000 HP threshold. That was like when it turns yellow, then it's 1k HP, so that should still be a thing. Because it was the old Hand of the God X. You actually never checked that. My bad.
Yeah, that's. What about if you get some time, maybe you do on that with you and Flair Boo and the boys next time. We can go off.
I could just check that. That's not really, but like yeah. I mean, World of Jaws has all these stats. We all double, triple checked that stuff.
Yeah.
It's scaling to 34 minutes. I'm just looking. Whereas our Gold Fury, 3k base health, 225 health per level, starts at level 1, spawns at level 6, and maximum level is 35 at 34 minutes.
Yeah.
Simple as
I
that.
just have one of the operators.
But yeah, if that's a problem, I mean, we can organize that though.
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say that's just something that until it's fixed, we just have to organize it so they are aware of a workaround. How good are you guys at estimating when your jungle timers are?
Yeah,
like, how good are you at that?
We're bad. We know we can call timers. Like we're good with beads and actives and shit, but when it comes to the jungle buffs and shit, it's like we're pretty bad at it. Like we'll call it out, but we won't be there for it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
We're still not, and that's an issue that we talked about, and that's like one of our main things that we need to fix.
I mean, you have to keep track of blue buff, because blue buff is usually linked with speed buff, and you have to keep track of red buff of the opponent.
Yeah.
Like the purple buff is not as important, also that can be really off-timed.
And sometimes it's really hard for the support to even make the rotation.
Yeah, it not always gets picked up, but that's less of a problem than actually doing it. Unless for endgame it's not really an important buff for damage or for like usefulness, it's just you have it or you don't have it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really help in lane.
I would say also we should take a look. How are you guys calm? Oh, well, 2 things. One, like reiterating for the 3rd time for the videos. You guys really need to start thinking of wherever you guys are on the opposite side of the map, those need to be there. And when you guys are making pushes, you need to be warding as you're making pushes into their jungle.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, the over warding. I mean, if you have still the final stats up, the warding is like super high overall. Just like for a 50-minute game.
And if Fate's having trouble warding, have Fate put up you guys' defensive wards. Just when he's coming out there, if he feels uncomfortable getting into positions to safely ward, have him do you guys defensive wards and have everyone else focus on your aggressive wards.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be him and your ADC are playing up your defensive wards, and then your aggressive wards, they do that. And then if they're about to die, I mean, definitely if you're about to die and you don't already have 2 wards up, just drop a ward for the homies, man. Just get in the habit of I'm about
if
to
you
die,
have the chalice, if you're not, but like
if you have chalice.
What I also noticed is that in a lot of cases both teams warded aggressively but didn't have the defensive wards up. Like that was a lot of times where we had always an inverse situation, which is really just favors the team that's currently in the lead, which luckily was our team this time. But like it does not favor the team that's losing ground all too much. Like if your fights are in your own jungle. And
yeah, we got to definitely put more sentries on our defensive spots, especially
I mean,
for both.
I assume it will be balanced out a bit if we get the chalice nerf. We're probably reducing then the chalice to a maximum of 3 per team for our team. So we get like if like Fate had 11 wards, he had the chalice from minute 7 or like minute 5 into the game.